Good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm Susan, and today we're going to bake something especially for Christmas. It's a Scandinavian almond cake. Now I've got my oven preheated at 325 because I'm using dark pans. Now I sprayed on my pans. Let me show you something here. Using these dark pans, I use this Pam with flour. It's the best way I've found to get these cakes out of the pans. Otherwise, you just fight with them. So I sprayed on my pans, and I'm doing a recipe for 3 with the Pam with flour, and I sprinkled some sliced almonds in the pans. We're going to set those aside. Now I'm doing a triple batch. But when I put the recipe on the description, I'll just put it for one single batch. You choose. The pans I got years and years ago from Amazon. I hope they still carry them. I just didn't check. I'm sorry about that. Now in my bowl, I've got 3 sticks of melted margarine. And I'll tell you why. Use margarine, because if you use butter, the moisture content is different between butter and margarine. So we want to use margarine. So 3 sticks of melted butter. I've let it cool for a little while. We don't want this too hot. Now to the melted margarine, and this is real simple. I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups of sugar. Actually, I'm going to add 3 3/4 cups of sugar, since I'm making a triple batch. It's 2. And here's, I get this out, is 3. Now we want 3/4 cup. I'm going to call this probably 3/4 cup. Okay. Now we're going to put our mixer down, and we're going to start mixing that. So the recipe says to beat well. Now I'm going to add 3 eggs, but I'm going to do it one at a time here. Hopefully, well, 2 at a time. And there's 3 at a time. Now we're also going to add, what's it called for, almond extract. Now I use the pure almond extract. And it calls for 1½ teaspoons. But that's for a single batch. So we're going to do 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3. And you want to watch out because almond extract is pretty strong. You know, sometimes you get vanilla in there and it doesn't matter, but with almond it can matter. Okay. So we've got our eggs, our sugar, and our margarine. Now we're going to add, what we're going to add? We're going to add 1 1/4 cups of flour. Actually, we're going to add 3 3/4 cups of flour. Here we go again, all over the place. I should use my metal bowl with the flour thing on it, but then you can't see what's going on in the pan. Now we're going to add 2 cups of flour. Let me just stop this a minute. Let's try this. The calibration on my mixer may be different. I'm not real sure. Okay, here's 3. I'm going to call that 3 3/4. Okay. Let me try something here. Maybe it won't get all over the counter. Let me try mixing it in with a spoon first. I'm gonna have to have my calibration checked on this mixer. I think when you put it on stir, it goes right to 1 or something. Okay. I think that'll help right there. That all off there. Now let's put this back there. Well, that's better. Okay. I haven't made this in a long time. In fact, I usually just make it once a year at Christmas time. Now we're going to need baking powder. And I have 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, so we're going to have 3 1/2 teaspoons. There's 2. And there's 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Let this get mixed in real good. Now we're going to pour some milk in. And this is 2/3 cups of milk. There's 1. There's 2. I'm trying to pour it down the side of the bowl so it doesn't splatter.
That recipe might be just a little big for that for that mixer.
Well, it could be, but I mean, everything's in here now. I think it's a problem with the mixer. We'll check it out. Because we're just making a mess, aren't we? Let's grab a cloth. Okay, there we go. Now we've got everything in there. We've got sugar in there, we've got eggs, we've got almond extract, we've got milk, flour, baking powder, and the melted margarine. So, let's get this down here. Let's scrape this bowl. Make sure we've got everything off the bottom, because I don't want any clumps. Okay. Oh, we got a clump right there we're going to put back in here. Mix it up good. Okay, that should do it. I'll take this beater off. We put that in the sink. Now let me just kind of move this out of the way here. So I'm going to show you we're looking pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to get one of my pans and we're going to pour some batter in a pan. I'm going to divide this into thirds. Let's do this. Let's plug this. Put it over there. Okay, so we've got our 3 pans. Let's see if we can pour this into thirds.
What do you have there? Are those almonds?
Yeah, as I explained earlier, that we sprayed the pans and then we sprinkled some sliced almonds in the bottom of the pan. Now let's see if we can get this. This is awfully heavy, at least for me. My muscles with Parkinson's aren't what they're supposed to be. So we're going to try this. We're just going to... There's 1. 2. 3. These freeze well too, so if you decide you want to make 3 at a time, you can always eat 1 and freeze 2 for later. Let's see if we can put some more in here. They're not going to be exact unless you weigh it out, and I'm not going to weigh everything. They look pretty close. We just want to make sure they're almost even so that their baking time is the same. Okay, now we're going to put these in the oven, and we're going to bake them. The recipe says for 40 to 50 minutes. Now I'm going to bake these for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to turn them so that the front goes to the back. And then we'll come back in about 50 minutes and I'll show you what's going on then. Okay, we're back. Now I've baked these and they're cool now. Now you can either leave them like this, or I'm going to make a little icing here to put over them. Let me get some more powdered sugar. It looks like I'm going to need a little more powdered sugar. Put a little more in there. I want a drizzle consistency. Let's just get this mixed up here. Now I'm going to put these in the freezer once I get them iced, and might need a little more there. Once I get them iced, I'm going to put them in the freezer, and then I'll bring them out when it's time to serve them. And I'll slice them and put them.
What all did you put in there? What's in there?
This is just some milk and some confectionery sugar. I didn't put any extracts in here. Now this doesn't have to be thick because I don't want a whole lot of icing on these. So what we're going to do, if we have to make more, we'll make more. What we're going to do is just drizzle it down the middle. Just let her go. Here we go. Might have to make more, but let me show you what we're going to do with them next. This is the way I serve them. I'll make a little more for that third one. I'm going to take my sliced almonds and I'm just going to put a few right on top so that people know it's an almond cake. There. And once you slice these, I mean they're pretty, if you slice them in the groove, if you get this kind of pan, slice them in the groove, perfect proportion. So Here you go, Scandinavian almond cake. And make sure your mixer works. Because I don't think mine is working quite right. But let me tell you, thank you for subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We sure appreciate your support. And until then, blessings to you and your family, and have a good one.